All right, traders, we're doing games again. We're just going to do Would You Rather and some blind tier lists. Let's jump into it. I think you've already got some written down for me.
Yep, I got the first one for you. All right, let me hit you with it. It's going to be, would you rather hit your profit target in one perfect trade, or slowly build it over 10 smaller consistent trades?
So basically, would I rather hit a 10R big banger or 10 1Rs, right? Is that it?
Yeah, I guess you could put it like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the debate then is I would rather hit the 10R, but whether or not my mind can handle that is a different question, because you're gonna be spending way more on commission with the 1Rs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be 10 times as much on commission. I would rather do, because I'm a dummy, man. I can't handle the emotional stress of 10R. That's insane.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of traders do that on, the prop firm challenges. They just go all Hail Mary bet. And it's like, if you're trying to change your life with one trade, it's like pretty risky.
Mm-hmm.
But when it does happen, what do you think, man?
I think I would rather hit my profit target in one trade, just so I'm not constantly exposing my already gained profits to the market.
Yeah.
Right. The less I'm in the market, the better it's going to be.
Yeah, but take it long. Or maybe you're just shooting for a fast trade and momentum trading.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna target like 5%, I'd rather risk 2.5% on a trade and then let it hit like a 1 to 2 instead of trying to hit like 0.5% gain on 10 different trades, right? Unless if you're a scalper, I feel like the small consistent trades are gonna be a lot better, right? And a swing trader, I think, would be the first option, would be to hit the profit in one trade.
There's swing. I think that's a difference between swing trading and day trading. Like, I guess if I'm trading Bitcoin, I'm going for the 10R. You know what I mean? I'm sitting in a trade for until I make generational wealth. I'm shooting for 100x gains, on crypto, where is if I'm day trading, it's day in, day out sort of thing. I think that's kind of the thing is, do you prefer to sit and do nothing? And that makes a lot more sense here.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna read the next one.
Yeah, you're up.
In real time here. Would you rather trade with 0 drawdown, but you have slow gains, or fast gains with high volatility?
No, 0 drawdown. That's an easy fucking pull. Yeah, because then I can risk a lot, right? And there's so much difficulty in trading in the drawdown phase when you're in drawdown. But if you never go into drawdown, and you only made 1.1% per day, but you never go into drawdown, I think that's ideal. I think that's the best thing ever.
So yeah, I would agree.
As much money as you can, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I got a good one here for you.
Shoot it.
Would you rather get funded by a top tier prop firm with strict rules, or a lesser known one with more freedom?
Oh, top tier. It's all about reputation in this game now, because I'm a figure online here. I need good reputation. Trading on a shady prop firms is not for me. I need one that's difficult to pass, that's well known, that's going to do me better in terms of branding and everything.
I honestly think it's better to pay more money and have harder rules to pass a challenge than go with a prop firm that is high risk, if they're even legit or not, just because it's twice as easy, because you're very unlikely to get paid out. Right? How is that sustainable if all these people are hitting these massive paydays and their marketing is like 50% off? There's no rules. You just basically give them their money, and then they're going to deal with the people that actually hit payout however they want, however they can handle, right? Which means that's likely most of those people won't get paid out. So you always want to invest in be harder, might be more expensive, or just harder, but have a good reputation.
And then it trains you to be a better trader. And once you're funded with them, you can go on and do your own thing no matter what. Once you pass the hard ones, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Now I got one for you here that has to do with trading influence and clout. Okay. Would you rather your live P&L be tweeted at any time by your ex to socials, and she can say whatever you want, and she sees it, she can say what she wants about your trading? Okay. She knows all the ins and outs, right? Or you're shadow banned from Twitter, from X, forever. All trading discussion. I'm
not allowed to post on any social media.
Well, you're shadow banned, so you can still post, but it's basically you're not really seeing many people, and you're going to be kind of just everything's flopping. So even if when you get those big pays, they kind of just whatever, kind of a weird.
Yeah, I think I would just be okay with my results being posted online. I mean, I'm net profitable, so let's see what the big deal would be. Yeah, that's
like
fine.
I don't know about your ex or anything, but we're talking about like an angry ex.
What is she gonna do? What is she posting?
You know, profits as small as his junk. You know,
I can handle it.
you can handle it. All right.
Yeah,
On.
that dude, it'd probably be beneficial because everyone would be following to see what she's gonna say next. And
That's actually hilarious. Yeah. Hey, so speaking about exes, would you rather only take the advice from your audience to take your trades, or trade only based off of the moon cycles, the astrology cycles?
Yeah, go with the moon cycle. I think random trades are going to be better than retail bias. I'm not even joking. But we all know it is. I mean, look at the retail trading stats.
Yeah.
It's always counter trend, right? At least with the moon cycle, I won't always have to take a counter trend trade.
It's 50-50 at that point. Yeah. That's funny. Oh man, it is so funny that like when you start trading, you're like, it's going up, I'm just gonna buy it, right? And then you do okay, and then you start like you think you're smart, so you start trying to time the tops and bottoms, and then that's where everyone gets stuck, is they can't get out of the idea of thinking that they're smart and can time the market. And then that's why retail kind of just gets burnt all the time, is they're trying to be smart. All you got to do is go back to your roots. Hey, trend is going up, follow it. Easy. Yep. Would you rather explain how you trade to your grandma and then let your grandma trade your account? Or the inverse, your grandma has to explain to you how she invests and then you have to follow her advice?
I guess I'll have to trade how my grandma wants me to, because there's no way she's too old, man. She wouldn't even be able to see the screen. She's just gonna be like smashing the keyboard and blow the account instantly.
So you have to follow her advice though. So she's gonna
literally impossible.
Like, what kind of advice your grandma's gonna probably be giving you?
She'll probably tell me to save all my pennies, save your pennies for a rainy day.
He's gonna tell you to go to the lowest commission brokers because you gotta save that 30 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she would say. Yeah.
Get that 30 cents when you make that $100,000 payout, every penny counts.
Would you rather have perfect technical analysis skills or perfect psychological discipline?
Easy psychological discipline. Why? Because psychological discipline is so useful in everything else. That is like technical analysis only comes down to trading. Psychological discipline comes down to business, comes down to relationships. It's not like everything's not just about trading, and I think we lose that a lot as traders. Is like all we care about is the money. Also, on the fact is like psychological discipline is going to give me patience, right? If it's perfect, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be able to invest and sit back and just enjoy kind of a more regular. We're all kind of crazy getting into this space. We're not able to just enjoy a calm, collected life, and I think it would allow you to do that.
I think technical analysis is almost useless if you don't have any idea how to manage a trade once it's open. And I think psychological discipline is like, that's the risk management component of trading, right? Where you can take that risk emotionally and just deal with the trade while it's open instead of doing a bunch of things to sabotage yourself. And I feel like you can actually be pretty successful at trading if you have really good psychological discipline, but your technical analysis, your entry model isn't even that great, right? But you can't have good trading at all without psychological discipline. So like I'm a big believer in the 80-20 rule, and I feel like psychological discipline is 80% of the energy required towards trading, and any type of analysis is 20%.
I can pretty much agree with that. All right, we're doing blind tier list for these 5 red flags in gurus.
Perfect.
Okay, and you're just going to rank them 1 through 5. 1 being the biggest red flag that you need to avoid, and 5 being not that big of a red flag. Okay. Number 1 is a Lambo in their profile picture and no PNL in their videos.
I'm going to put that at like a 3, right in the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think that's likely that they're going to be mostly making their income from selling whatever they're selling to their audience, rather than trading itself, which is very common.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I thought you'd put that a little bit higher, actually. The Lambo is maybe the Lambo is just stereotypical guru thing. Maybe it's not that bad. If you are making money, you might have a Lambo, sure. I think it's a bit childish, but
Yeah,
what am I gonna say?
it's not my thing, that's for sure.
Hey,
I'm
next
gonna
up.
get a Ferrari.
Oh, you're gonna yes, exactly. Ferraris are for men, Lambos are for gurus, right? The Roma, baby. Roma.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
2, sells courses more than they trade. Says courses made me more money than trading.
I put that at a 4.
All right, 4.
Yeah, it's still a red flag,
I
but
think it's realistic.
some people are more salesmen. Like you can still be good at your craft, but you prefer sales, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm the opposite. I'm more of a trader. I like trading. That's why I don't sell any content at the moment. So it's like, yeah, you can still be good at both though.
Yeah. Number 3, never shows a loss.
Yeah, I would put that at number 2. I
Eight.
think that's just kind of pushing a fake reality of trading,
Fair
and
play.
you're only worried about selling an idea rather than how trading actually feels to the audience.
So number 4, overuses buzzwords. So what I'm talking is they'll use, hey, that's a liquidity grab, that's an FEG, smart money concepts, all these things, and then there's no explanation behind them. They just what's it? They ask if somebody asks what's an FEG, they just brush it off. That's what we do to make money.
Yeah.
That's bills.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get the FVG buzzword type of thing, and yeah, I'm going to put that number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah, I think the intention there is just to grab any attention that they can get, and they probably don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think the big common one is ICT methods. You know what I mean? I'm an ICT trader, and that's the big buzzword. It's a very common thing. Okay, ICT works. Everyone agrees ICT works. And then boom, now you're a profitable trader.
Absolutely.
And so for number 5, you got screenshots over strategy. So 90% of their content is screenshots.
Oh, like back tested replays.
Yeah. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Nothing live.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big red flag too, but whatever, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think that one might need to be higher up.
Probably, yeah.
Great. Good list. I like it.
So blind tier list for the top 5 prop firm red flags, 1 through 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being not as bad. Okay, so first red flag is going to be constant 50% off sales.
Oh, big constant 50% off. I'm gonna put that at a 2, because for me that screams cash flow issues and hype, and not being able to just operate. Like what happens if they took that sale away? I would suspect that they wouldn't be able to pay out their traders. That's my thought going into that.
Yeah. And the issue is, as soon as they take the sale away, their sales will drop. So how do they cover payouts coming in from all those sales that they did, right?
Yeah. It can't be number 1. That can't be, because just in case it's okay. You know what I mean? Sales are a huge red flag for me.
Yeah. The next one's going to be almost no rules for the challenges.
Oh, so like HFT and everything is okay?
Yeah, you can do, they pretty much have no guidelines. You just have to hit the profit. That's it.
Oh, geez. Oh, I think I might have fucked up and put the first one too high, because I think they're all going to be bad now. I think they're all bad. Is 1 and 5, you shouldn't be buying from them. Hey, no rules. Okay, it's potential that it's okay, because they could have difficult drawdowns to difficult profit targets. So potentially it's okay. I'm going to put that at 3. I'll put that at 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. The next one's going to be the prop firm claims that they A-book all of the trades.
Yeah, that I know for sure. I know for sure that's not possible on a prop firm. It's possible on a brokerage. So I have to say A-booking 100% is a 1. That's the biggest red flag possible. And there's a reason why people don't even say that anymore, because they used to say that.
Right.
And I think the community found out that is a fucking biggest lie in the industry. You can't A-book everyone. You would lose all your money. It makes no sense.
Yeah. You would go under fast.
Yeah. Okay. These better be good ones. These next ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the fourth one is going to be, they have no Discord or social media at all.
Okay, I think you're going to come with. I think I'm betting that this is going to be the best one, because That's not that bad. We're going to put that at 5. I'm betting that the last one is going to be a little bit worse than having no Discord.
Okay.
Because they could still operate on a website just themselves and pay that fine.
There's just no way for anyone to communicate to anyone else. Any customers to communicate through their like no Instagram. They can't comment on Instagram.
I didn't think of it that way. Like you could fuck up, but then there's review pages, no? Yeah.
And that's going to be number 5 is their Trustpilot score is under a 3 out of 5 star.
Yes. Okay. That should under a 3 is actually that's fucking terrible. But I guess it's got to go on 4. So at the end of it, well,
it's about the Trustpilot too. Like the rating doesn't mean anything anymore because these prop firms can really just buy fake 5 stars. I've seen multiple firms. They find a way around it where their rating's really high. So the only thing you can do is look at recent 1 stars, and if you have like multiple 1-star reviews each day with people saying I haven't got my payout, I got scammed, then that you consider that a 1 out of 5. Ignore the 5s, the overall rating.
Yeah, so, it's the number of 1 stars coming in through it each day, basically.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Good way to put that actually is, if they've got, I'm sure each firm maybe 5, 10 1 stars every once in a while, you know what I mean? But because I'm sure they make mistakes or somebody's mad about something dumb, but realistically there shouldn't be any negative reviews on a week-to-week basis, right? Maybe 1 or 2, right?
Yeah. So and if you have a negative review of customers complaining about a rule that they were unaware of or they didn't like, that's actually a good sign. But if you have a huge wave of people just saying, haven't got my payout for 3-4 weeks, I got scammed, my account was breached for no reason, stuff like that, that's the worst thing to see, especially if you have multiple week.
I actually this is actually kind of funny. I got hit with a negative review actually the other day because there is a scam version of me out somewhere else that is on Telegram. No. I'm using Telegram now for another reason, but until that day, it was like last week, I didn't even have Telegram.
Really? Wow.
Pretending to be me, and somebody invested some money with me as like something, and then they came on my page and gave me a negative review that really sucks because like I didn't even get to scam you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you respond to it?
Yeah, it's gone now because it's
okay.
It's clearly not me, right? It sucks for these traders where they get sold the dream of flipping their $100.
I know,
right? Hey, I got one more blind tier list. These 5 things that could potentially blow your trading account. 1 being the worst, 5 being not so bad. So number 1, we're not following our trading strategy.
I'll put that at a 3.
3, right?
I think, yeah. I think like that's fine. Like if you don't always follow the strategy, you can still have a good trade if you have the right risk management and psychology behind the trade.
Totally. Yeah. Next up, we're going to FOMO enter. You see a movement and you just kind of jump in immediately, trying to catch the impulse.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like I put that at 2. That usually, I mean, I think everyone listening will have that experience where that usually does not work out in your favor. So it's a huge sabotage to your portfolio.
Okay, next, not using a stop loss.
I'll put that at 5. I think, it's not a big deal as long as you're aware of the trade. And if you're not at home or don't have access to your computer, then that's a disaster. But you don't need to use a stop loss depending on your style of trading, right?
I would have to agree with that. That's not necessarily saying, hey, let it go forever. But that's a good place to put it. Now, the next one is kind of a let it go forever, a martingale strategy.
I'm going to put that at 1. I really don't think, I don't think the martingale is long-term sustainable. I think it's just like kind of like a quick way to make some money from a prop firm. That's why it's all banned, right? With most prop firms, because like it's not like a realistic, profitable way of trading.
Yeah. And the last one, I think you got a decent list here. Last one is over leveraging, right? No, but you're putting that at 4.
Yeah, that'll be at 4. And I think that's fine. Like depending on the type of account that you're running, if you over leverage, I mean, there's always a limit. Usually margin will limit you only to a certain extent anyway. So
you could blow the account pretty quick though, if things do go a big spike, but
depending on the leverage, if it's 100x leverage, yes. If it's a 10x, then it's over leveraging is probably okay on a 10x.
Not a bad list.